Hi, happy Soul Sips on Sunday. Today, it's that kind of day. No coffee for me, but it's my favorite mug. One of the hockey teams made it for Joshua and they gave it to all the moms. And I love drinking out of it. And it makes me think about that special guy. As I'm sure you have routines and different things, or I used to wear a power ring or certain bracelets that would just make me think of, embrace my strength. Because I felt like over the years and as life happens, there are so many times that I'm not really quite sure where I'm going to get my strength from. Sometimes I really, really find life heavy, daunting, and I just kind of want to crawl back up in my blanket. So I'm in kind of one of those moods, but it's a reflection mood, and it's a couple different things. One, I've decided to take a break from my Soul Sips on Sunday. I've decided that I'm really entering into a period, going into the holiday season, whatever it kind of looks like this year. I feel it's just a time to rejuvenate and quiet things down a little bit and create some calmness. And so I know y'all will be fun, but I'm going to go off social media more than anything, and I'll see you in the new year. But Bee's just waking up here. But as I kind of wanted to leave you with an interesting, hi, I'm still here. I'm really fiery right now. And as I reflect to different things and different people and experiences that have been unique to me, but yet the feelings are not unique amongst us. My specific experiences, like a woman, this one was a woman calling my mom at 2:00 in the morning, some sort of prank call about where's Andrea, and she's with my man. Just super crazy, it was just really crazy. And another time I've had two different hate mails, scripted. And maybe you've never had that, but maybe you've had somebody kind of take a shot at you that was really hurtful, whether it was a stranger or family member or a really close friend. Shit happens, and we get that, and we get fucking knocked down. We get knocked down. And just because I'm not going to stop this, I'm going to let Bee out, and I'll come right back. Okay, good, go. Go. It's so funny, when I got Bee, of course I didn't think that I would ever have a dog again. It's like having a baby. Even when I go to the washroom, if you have children, or you used to when they were little, how you could never go to the washroom without somebody either walking right through or having a conversation with you or needing you in the moment. That's my dog too. But anyways, so I've just been feeling really, really fiery and frustrated. And again, all of this storytelling is all about the commonality, because regardless of what my personal experience was, you have had experiences that have made you feel, I'm not telling you, but I'm guessing, as we live in this world in this day and age of unworthiness and the feel of failure, and screwing up and sadness and loss and grief. And these are all huge mothers. And there's no specific path. There's no specific recipe. You have to take your time, your way. You've got to search out and experiment. I remember I had a girlfriend who, she went through a divorce, and she went before me. And I remember I would often see her running, and she'd be out running, and I get it, let it out. But when she would have to cross certain streets, she would have her ears in, and she would just be dancing. And it's like, and it was kind of like, oh my gosh, she's losing it. And I think she was figuring it out, to let it out, to be free. And I think that's where we have to really respect people, to where they are at in their moment. And when we have these feelings of unworthiness, they're intense, and it is so important that you go inward. All of that external stuff are just temporary fills. Whether it's wine, whether it's shopping, whether it's gossiping, whether it's social media, exercise, eating, not eating, there's obsessing over, controlling, right? It's like those layers have to come off. And through that process, we let things go, but we allow ourselves to grieve. We allow ourselves to be down. We allow ourselves to hang out in that ditch, and then we pull ourselves out, right? We step out step by step. But I don't do it any better than you, as you to me. It's just really respecting each other. But as I was reflecting today, and I'm like, getting fiery, I was going through some thoughts I had that was really, I kind of think at this moment, I kind of think women who are going through divorce, and men, it's not exclusive to men, it's just I'm not sure how to get to men. But women, when you're going through it, there's so many times that you're just like pulling at, you're just grabbing for somebody, please come save me, or somebody please give me advice, or somebody please hold me up, or tell me that I'm not crazy. And listen to me and allow me to be seen, And so I look at this a lot, and I kind of go like, where is my place? Because I feel that there is a place for us as women to support women and to stop criticizing each other. Please stop. I get it. And I know there are things that get under our skin, and there's jealousies and inadequacies and different things and wishing and wanting. But we all know the grass is not greener. We just need to water our own. We just need to root ourselves. We need to go inward. We need to do the hard work. It's not easy. It's not easy sitting and thinking and reflecting and changing your ways and accepting that maybe you were part of that, and that maybe you need to apologize. Maybe you need to apologize to yourself. Maybe you need to just let things go. Let it go and forgive. So as I was thinking about this, I was going back to when I went through counseling, as we were just about to separate. And it was very interesting. And I am going to share something very personal with you, just because I can't be the only one. So we had 3 major things that were going on in our lives that were a problem. So I must say that I was still in na-na land. Like, I knew my life wasn't good, but I didn't know what was wrong, and I just felt, you can work on it. We can fix this. That was always my attitude. We can fix this. And I really wasn't acknowledging where I was at. But he had his complaints. One, I had gotten a dog. I'd gotten a puppy, basically kind of without him. It was like, it wasn't a bad intention or sneaky or anything. But it didn't go about it the best way. So one, it was the dog, and he didn't want to have another dog. And I was like, we can't not have a dog. 2, sex, intimacy, wasn't happening. 3, me being angry all of the time. So I got to tell you, so as we went through it, the counselor said, okay, 1, can we get rid of the dog? Andrea, can we get rid of the dog? I said, yeah, no problem. He said, well, no, we can't get rid of the dog, because if we get through the dog, then the kids are going to think that I'm the one that caused getting rid of the dog. And I'm like, well, yeah, but that's okay. We can figure that out, and we can do that. Dog stayed. 2, sex. This is the one I want to talk about, because I think this is common. And as intimacy changes, I went through about 10 years of either being pregnant, nursing, babies hanging off, and no sleep. 10 years. And running a business, and our business just exploded in that time. It was insane. And so, yeah, by the time 10:30 at night came, I was not interested in anything. So, but as I'm learning and I've studied more and more, our understanding, this area here into like our uterus area, it's also called the yoni. You can put your hands like this right here, and it covers that area. The yoni is directly connected to the head, the mind. And when there is a disconnect, this shuts off. And you know what was happening to me now? I know I did not feel safe. It's not that he was like a bad guy and it was like anything was intense that way, but my intuition, I knew that there was something wrong. There was something wrong. But I gotta tell you, so what happened? So, but the whole time I'm kind of going, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why I'm not, sexually attracted and into you right now. And I just kind of put like, I'm friggin' tired. So anyways, so the counselor said, Andrea, will you go to a gynecologist? And I said, yeah, sure. 'Cause you have a problem and you need to get it fixed. And I was like, okay. So what you have to understand, and then we went into the anger thing, and again, Andrea has a problem because she's angry. Well, nobody was discussing why Andrea was angry or what was going on. So I would leave those sessions literally oh my God. And that energy was encouraged by him because everything was focused on me to change. So therefore I was the problem of this separation. And so it is what it is. And I'm learning now, as I knew that all along. I knew that something didn't click and go, but I still couldn't, that wasn't enough. I wasn't fiery enough to say, no, I was just so wounded. And I just took it all on. So much guilt I took on. But what I gotta tell you, about 2 years later, I run into this counselor in a very casual out in the city situation. And she says, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, good. It's fine. And then she said to me, yeah, you weren't, how did she put it? She basically said, you were not the problem. I only directed you to get rid of the dog, go to the gynecologist, work on yourself to get happier, because I knew he was out. She said, I knew he was gone in those conversations, and she never told me. So I hung on and built on that guilt for a long time. And I also felt there was something physically wrong with me, mentally wrong with me. And again, I was in my 40s and there's the whole thing about, how and what is my life going to look like, moving forward with possibly even another man. But, so what I'm saying this to you for is, one, almost every girl that I talk to goes through a divorce. Sex is an issue, and it's a complaint. But where I think there is a myth, and if I could just put this nugget out there, is that these two are connected, and it goes down a full line. And if you're not connected with that, you're not going to have that energy and that desire to connect and be. And those energies between two people are very, very real. So even what we can't physically speak to or see or even understand, our intuition is saying, whoa, whoa, there's something going down here. And there's nothing wrong with you. You are worthy, which is a wonderful mantra. You're special, which is another wonderful mantra. And you deserve happiness, like all of the happiness in the world. But here is the huge stinking thing. You don't get it from the outside world. You don't get it from another human. You get it from you. So slowly be super kind with yourself and love yourself. Love yourself. And take those baby steps to heal. Rest. Do things differently. Make some changes because you are worth it. Cheers. I'll see you in the new year.